Hello, everybody, and thank you for attending, whether it's your first or yet another of our IACAC Virtual College Exploration Fair. Today is with Millikin University. I do want to take a couple of moments just to mention that you are not going to be shown. Your camera and your microphone are both turned off. You can see all of us, but we can't see you. And with that being said, in order to ask questions, you're going to need to use the question and answer box. So you'll see one that says Q&A. Go ahead and type your questions into there and they will be able to see it. Also, check out iacac.org because that is where you'll find the full schedule for more presentations just like this one or general exploration and general college advice. And you'll also find the recordings of sessions like this and previous sessions that have already happened. So with that being said, I will turn it over to our panelists.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me just share my screen here. Actually, let me go right back, click a different button. All right. Well, thank you for joining us. I just want to introduce everybody here. My name is Gavin Halpin. I'm an Assistant Director of Admission for Millikin University, and I'm a St. Louis regional recruiter. So I work with students in the St. Louis area and in the state of Missouri and a variety of other southeastern states. But I have two other colleagues from my office, as well as two current students with us today. Miss Lauren Bartell will be speaking in just a little bit. She's another one of our regional admission counselors within our Office of Admission, working in the South Chicago population, as well as miscellaneous states. Also, Morgan Vogels, one of our admission counselors who manages the Central and Eastern Illinois territory, as well as a variety of states as well. And then the two current students at Millikin that will be joining us in a bit will be Brad Spradlin and Bailey Baxter. So we want to thank you for joining us as well. If you, similar note, if you have questions, feel free to utilize that Q&A box, as we hope to have time for questions at the end. To start, I always think it's important to let you know where we are located. So Decatur, Illinois is the home of Millikin University, and Millikin is Decatur's university. There's a great working relationship between our community as well as our campus community. It's a regularly functioning relationship being located in the town of Decatur. Total population, what does it look like? It's about 70,000 individuals. And where is it located? It's truly right in the middle of Illinois. I always say if you're looking at the state of Illinois map and you threw a dart dead to the center, we'd be just a smidge to the right of it. So we're truly kind of right in the central Illinois region. A fun fact for everyone to quiz their parents or grandparents or friends and family on is that we are the original home of the Chicago Bears. So before the Bears were the Bears, they were actually called the Decatur Staleys and played 2 full seasons within our town. So fun little trivia question. Once this is done, hopefully that's not the only thing you take away, but a fun little nugget for you to keep in mind. But I mentioned that working relationship between the community and our campus community. So featuring our administration, our faculty and staff like to call Decatur home and like to get as many community members familiar with what we're doing and what is happening on our campus. So it's not uncommon to see community members on campus for lecture series or for supporting our award-winning fine arts programs or supporting our student athletes. So there's a great working relationship in terms of that. Next, I just want to highlight some specific, I won't read all of these to you, but I think it's important, just kind of a snapshot of the institution. So as you see there, the first and foremost, we are a small private liberal arts-based institution with an enrollment of 2,000 total students. Average class size is 16, student to faculty ratio 10:1. What do those statistics truly mean to you? They should mean that you are going to be taught by faculty members. You're not going to be taught by grad assistants or fighting for time to actually say, hi, I am your student. Our faculty know you. They're going to know you early on to your time in one of their classes. And I think that is so special to be able to form a bond with a faculty member. Sounds cheesy, but you may become friends with a faculty member. You're going to realize that they are your mentors throughout your process. But I think it's important you think of that first week of classes. Typically, there's a lot of syllabuses being handed out and a lot of contact information from our faculty members. But one of the most important things that happen is they want to know that they're approachable. They want you to know that you can come to them with questions. So thinking that first bit, if you enrolled with us, that you can begin forming a bond with faculty members. Due to the fact that they are teaching you every day, they're going to know your strengths and weaknesses, which is awesome, maybe a little terrifying, but they then thinking over the course of your time of 4 years as a Millikin student, those faculty members are going to be able to challenge you. They're going to be able to provide advice, but they're able to have those career conversations. I'd like to say that we're a career-focused institution. So those conversations about, have you thought about maybe doing this internship? Or have you thought about this grad school? Or have you thought about the specific dream job for you? Those conversations are happening with underclassmen, not something that you're just waiting for your junior year of college to have that deep conversation on. So I think that is a true distinctive approach to what Millikin does in our small school environment. You see the rest of the statistics there. I think the other one to piggyback from our small environment is that graduate success rate you're seeing of the 99.4%. So what does that mean? For the 2 classes ago that graduated, within 6 months of them completing their degree, that percentage was either within grad school or had gained employment. And that's awesome. I think that shows exactly what I was talking about, and the ability for our academic structure, for our faculty to form relationships and bonds, and to help mentor our students throughout the process, to maybe even have them set up for a job prior to them completing their degree. We'll talk on a variety of involvement opportunities in a little bit, but I do always like to highlight as well that we do have athletics. We do have student athletes on campus as a D3 institution with 23 Division III varsity sports. And then rounding out on the academic side, I'll kind of tee it up here for Lauren. We do have 50 plus academic programs. So we do allow students to take classes in a variety of majors. It's not like we're just known for one specific one. So with that being said, I will turn it over to Lauren to speak a little bit more.
Awesome. Thanks, Gavin. So like Gavin was talking about, we have a lot to offer as far as academics at Millikin. Millikin is broken up into 4 colleges and schools that you will see here on the screen. That just means that your major is housed under one of these colleges. It's just kind of the way that we organize the majors and how we're able to differentiate them. But you will be able to take classes across the board in all of these different colleges. At Millikin, I think we do a good job of getting you a well-rounded education. And like Gavin was saying, that those personal relationships with your professors allow you to kind of explore a little bit more and tell them what you're interested in, so that we can get you in classes that really line up with what you're interested in being educated on. So the first college, just to give you a little bit of a glimpse of what is in the College of Arts and Sciences, you can see examples of those on your screen here. I would say that these are more of your traditional school subjects. So when you're thinking math and sciences, English, social studies type subjects, that's all found in the College of Arts and Sciences. One program I want to highlight is our science program. So if you're interested in biology, chemistry, physics, pre-med, we have a lot of really cool lab equipment at Millikin that a lot of other schools our size don't have. So we're really big on hands-on learning, and if you're going to be in the sciences, that's definitely done through labs, and we have a lot of awesome opportunity for our students through their labs to be able to use equipment and do the hands-on things that other schools our size are not able to. Something that Millikin is pretty well known for is the College of Fine Arts. So a lot of our students come to us being interested in theater, music, or art. Definitely something that we're well known for across the country and that a lot of our students are interested in. As far as theater goes, we offer BFA and BA degrees in musical theater, acting, design and production, all aspects of theater. And then within music, music education is one of our more popular programs. We have vocal music education as well as instrumental music education. We have a lot of music majors as well, depending on what area of the industry you're interested in, everything from performing to producing, working behind the scenes. And then to highlight a few in art, we are one of the only undergraduate schools to have an art therapy degree. So this is normally something that requires you to go to graduate school and get a graduate degree in art therapy, but we are one of the only undergrad schools to set you up for success in an undergraduate degree in art therapy as well. So you'll be super prepared when you're talking about that end goal of grad school. I think another thing is the arts technology major that Millikin has. Kind of what it sounds like, brings together art and technology, but there's lots of different concentrations, whether you're interested in audio engineering or live event technology, animation, video production, all of that is housed under our arts technology major as well, which is a unique one you won't see at many other schools. The College of Professional Studies, I kind of think about this one as the majors that have that end career goal kind of set up for you. So if you're an education major, you're going to be a teacher. If you're a nursing major, you're going to be a nurse. All of those are housed under this college. We have a very strong nursing program. It's direct entry, meaning that you don't have to come to Millikin and then apply or get admitted into the school and then have to apply to nursing. You can be admitted directly into the nursing program at Millikin, which is great. We have two major hospitals in Decatur too that a lot of our nursing students are able to do their clinicals at. And that is a program that also has really good success rate on the end, as Gavin was talking about, that 99% success rate. Our passing rate for the nursing exam, the NCLEX, is really high as well. So nursing is definitely a strong suit in this area. The last college that we have at Millikin is our Tabor School of Business. This is where all of our business majors are housed. We have 8 business majors on campus, a wide variety depending on what area of business interests you. We do have a dedicated internship coordinator for our business school, which is awesome. She is there to help you make sure that you're finding internships and that they're meaningful as well. All of our business students are required to have an internship before they graduate, but we want to make sure it's a meaningful internship, one where you're not just, fetching coffee or making copies. So we have a whole dedicated Tabor internship coordinator to help you find those internships. You also will take a business creation class your freshman year if you're interested in business, where you and 4 of your classmates get to create a business from scratch and see all the different sides. So even if you know that you're interested in doing the finances of a business, it's cool to be able to see how the marketing comes together or the operations comes together. So that's a super cool hands-on class, as well as our StudentRun Ventures. So we have a lot of hands-on opportunity through those. Those are small businesses located on our campus that Morgan will get to tell you a little bit more about, but that's a super cool opportunity for our business majors as well. With that, I think Morgan's gonna come on and tell you about those StudentRun Ventures and a little bit more about campus life on Millikin's campus.
Thanks, Lauren. So as she mentioned, we do have quite a few StudentRun Ventures. You can see them listed on the right side. And as you can tell, there are a whole bunch of different interests as well. So there are some that are more in the fine arts, like our art gallery, or like Millikin Creates, or our Pipe Dream Studio Theater, which actually one of our students who is on the call today is involved in Pipe Dream Studio Theater. So he's actually a theater major, but he is still able to be involved in these StudentRun Ventures to help him to see if maybe that's something that he is interested in doing later on in life. There is also the Blue Brew Coffee Shop, which you can see pictured there. It's located in downtown Decatur. So there are people from Millikin's campus, as well as community members who are frequent visitors of that business. The one that I really would like to highlight is MU Performance Consulting. So with that business, they do web design and web hosting, and they help clients to implement a more accurate time tracking and estimation methods, as well as some building of like content-based marketing solutions, and then the finances as well. So again, that sort of incorporates all the different pieces of the business majors. And like Lauren said, with the business creation class, you can see all of the sides of a business, but this is with an actual business. It's not just a project for a class. It's an actual real life business that's making real life money, which I think is something that really sets Millikin apart as a school of business. As far as performance learning across campus, which I'll kind of get into with campus life before I start talking about our over 90 student organizations, it's across every single major. So the StudentRun Ventures are just an example for mainly business students, but also I mentioned that some other majors can get involved with those as well. But one that I'll highlight, and Lauren talked a little bit about this when she talked about the College of Arts and Sciences, is our science program. All students within the science programs get to do some research as a junior and a senior, which maybe doesn't sound like the most exciting thing, but for science students at maybe a bigger university, those are opportunities they wouldn't get until going to graduate school, if they even went to graduate school. So these students are doing undergraduate research that's normally only reserved for graduate students. There are students who have done projects with anti-cancer peptides, Lyme disease research, and actually our students within the science programs have won more student presentation awards over the past 10 years than any other university-based on student research projects. So that's a pretty awesome accomplishment there as well. And again, those examples are seen all across campus. So even if you come to Millikin and you think, oh, I really want to be a science major, but then decide maybe English is for you, or something else, there are those performance learning opportunities in every other aspect of campus as well. Our student organizations range in a lot of different categories. So they could be academic, they could be social, special interest. We also have Greek organizations, which I'll talk about in a little bit, and then also some paraprofessional and fine arts organizations. We have over 90, as I mentioned, and we add more every single day. All it takes, well, I guess not every single day, but every year, all it takes to create a new student organization is 5 students and a faculty advisor, and then you have left a legacy on Millikin's campus. So if there's something that you're maybe involved in high school and it isn't on our list of over 90, again, that's a good opportunity for you to leave a mark on Millikin when you graduate. Most of our students on campus are involved in several different organizations. So for instance, we could have like a nursing student who's involved in the honors program, a Greek organization, and maybe in athletics as well. So like I said, all of our students are very, very well-rounded. Some examples of some of those organizations could be like an a cappella group. It could be an honors program, whether it's in your different major or if it is just our big honors program on campus, or anything along those lines. For our Greek life organizations, we do have 5 fraternities and 6 sororities. About 30% of our students will participate in a Greek organization. At some bigger schools, and maybe what you've seen depicted in the movies and things like that, is that you get to be able to be in those organizations starting right away. For our students, we allow you to go through the recruitment process as a second semester freshman. It gives you some time to get some college under your belt, see if maybe that's something that you're still interested in, but they are dedicated to service. So you can see the title is for service. So all of them are involved with philanthropic organizations. One of them is the St. Jude Children's Hospital, which Bailey, our other student worker on the call today, is a part of the Greek organization that's involved with St. Jude. We do also have 23 athletic teams on campus. About 40% of our student body is involved in athletics. I actually am a Millikin alum, and I was involved in athletics on campus. I played in the women's basketball team. It was an awesome experience. I actually got to go on a cruise. I know that's not basketball related, but we went and played 2 games down in Florida and then went on a cruise to the Bahamas for a couple days. And that's not something that I ever would have done had I not been involved in the organization. So it's a lot of fun. You get to take some fun trips. I know right now athletics are postponed a little bit, but it's just a really great experience, and that's sort of one of your families on campus if you choose to be involved. If you don't want to maybe play a sport, if you maybe play like basketball in high school, but you don't really want to continue it at the college level, we do have intramurals, and there's 8 different ones listed there. That's actually another performance learning opportunity because our sports management students are the ones who run those leagues. So they are in charge of finding the spaces for the games to be able to take place, making sure that they have enough teams, making a schedule, referees, all of those things. So that way maybe if they want to, you know, work for the YMCA doing scheduling or a park and rec league doing youth scheduling, then they're prepared for all of those types of things. Along with athletics, we do participate in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. We are the furthest south. Illinois Wesleyan up in Bloomington, Illinois is also a part of our conference. Quite a few schools in the Chicagoland area, and then 2 schools up in southern Wisconsin. Another opportunity to get involved on campus, or I guess off campus in this case, is to study abroad. We do have 2 different opportunities for studying abroad. The first one being the one that you would normally think of. We have 53 partner universities in 22 different countries for students to go and do a semester abroad. There is always a London semester to where a lot of times it's theater students, English, communication. They get to study at the Globe, if you guys know what that is, Shakespeare. And then they get to spend that entire semester abroad. For students who maybe want to go to a country that we don't have a partner university in, you can work with our Center for International Education, and they can help you to find out if maybe another school is sending students there or trying to find a third-party opportunity to get you to go to the country that you would like to go to. The second type of studying abroad is what's called an immersion. So in between the fall semester and the spring semester, and then right after the spring semester gets over, there are classes that can take place typically in the first couple weeks of January and then in the last couple weeks of May, where sometimes it will be a class that's associated with a trip. So sometimes those are domestic, which I guess wouldn't technically be studying abroad, but I know that there are students who have gone to Disney, taken a class about Disney. I know Lauren, who's also a Millikin alum, went on one of those. But then also, like, we've had students who have gone and studied sports in the UK and gone to London for a week or two, students who have gone on science research trips to go to like South America, South Africa, and get to study there. So those are some opportunities as well for students who maybe aren't ready to commit to going for a full semester, or students who are maybe involved in athletics and don't have the opportunity to go because they don't want to miss a season. We do have several financial aid, scholarship, grant opportunities for students who are looking to study abroad, because we don't want financials and finances to be a barrier for you going abroad. And then I think I'm turning it back over to Gavin.
Thank you, Morgan. So I think it's always important to highlight our current options, but as well as what you're going to do with the degree. So I know I've mentioned our preparedness in terms of us being a career-focused university. And yes, a lot of institutions can highlight a variety of alums that are in the last bit of their careers. But I always think it's important to highlight students who are recent alums. Any school can say, here are alums from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. But I think it's important that we are highlighting alums from a variety of backgrounds that are more recent. So A.D. Carson, class of 04, went on to become the first hip hop professor at the University of Virginia, using hip hop as a medium for discussing social justice. So an example of kind of combining areas of passion as well as with his educational experience on our campus. Peyton Burton, class of 2018, accepted a position as an area manager with Amazon.com Inc., one of the top 10 most powerful companies, before she had even graduated. So I mentioned the specialness of the small school approach of our faculty members, knowing your strengths and weaknesses and being able to challenge you and being able to go into your senior year and maybe even have a plan already in place for by the time of graduation. And here's a perfect example. Then as well, we have Joel Kim Booster, class of 10, made his late night debut on Late Night with Conan. If you pull up his stand-up routine on YouTube, it's fantastic. He has quite the list on IMDb, as well as appearances in a variety of shows, just continuing to tack those on. I think it's important that we have a variety of backgrounds into these careers here of these highlighted alums we're talking about. Yes, we are known maybe more globally for specifically musical theater, but we have over 50 programs, and we have students that are doing great work and getting jobs within those individual programs. So I think that it's important to highlight that we're not just in one individual lane as far as the highlights of our alumni. With that, if anything that we've said has sounded appealing up to this point, you think you'd be interested in applying, there are two different routes you could take. So you could go to just millikin.edu/apply and fill out our individual application. Surely it would take no more than about 15 minutes. You'd create a profile and fill out that application. If you wanted to apply via the Common App, we are a member of the Common App. So if you know that there are a handful of schools that you're interested in applying to that are a part of the Common App application, then by all means, go ahead and submit it that way. There's no preferential treatment given to either of these applications. It's whatever is going to work best for you as the student. For this year and next year, we have gone test optional. As I'm sure for those of you that are seniors are a little overwhelmed with trying to figure out what to do. Truly, all we would need to see is your high school transcripts. If you would like to send us any additional documentation in the form of a writing sample or essay, in the form of letters of recommendation, any other additional documentation that you're sending to another school and you're like, I wonder if Millikin would want to see it, by all means send it. We will keep it in your file, and there's a chance that maybe for some of our later scholarship competitions that we would end up needing something for that, and you've already sent it. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. So that's something to keep in mind as well. And you see that we will request additional documentation for students with a GPA of 2.75 and below. So then we would request more than just that transcript. But otherwise, that's where it stands. And at this point, I'd like to have Brad hop on and just say hello and introduce himself before we see a day in his life.
Awesome. Thank you, Gavin. Hi, my name is Brad Spradlin. I am a sophomore here at Millikin. And yeah, I will be available for questions at the end, but here's my vlog. Morning, guys. My name is Brad Spradlin. I am a sophomore BA Theater and Arts Administration double major here at Millikin University. I thought I would take this opportunity and a few quick minutes to show you what I do all throughout my days on campus. First of all, as you can tell, I am living in the dorms. That is because I'm an RA here at Millikin. An RA is just a resident assistant. I'm here to help students, advise them, be a mentor for them, anything that they need with physical, social, and emotional health, I am here for. I'm also just a great resource to have around campus, as well as being an admissions tour guide. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the day. Hey guys, I just walked back to my room after classes, so I just finished. I have a few little errands and stuff to do throughout the day, so I will take you guys with me and show you what all I have to get done today. But I wanted to take a second and talk to you about my class schedule. So Millikin works in a different sort of class schedule. So your classes are either Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Tuesday and Thursday. And it's super cool because you're not consistently in the same class every single day for the same amount of time. So it's a good structure to have. The two classes that I was in today were my Topics of Arts Administration class, and that one was at 11 a.m. And then Pipe Dream Studio Theater class, which was at 1 p.m. So the Topics of Arts Admin class is sort of just a class talking specifically about how arts administration helps different businesses to grow, expand, and to succeed. And it's super cool, one of my favorite classes. And it's really useful for wanting to learn how to start your own artistic business and stuff like that, which is what I want to do. My second class, which was Pipe Dream Studio Theater, was for the theater company that we have on campus. It's a student-run venture, so that means it's ran by students. A cool thing about Pipe Dreams is that since it is run by students and things like that, it's also performed by students, and we pay our actors and our artists and everybody who works with our company. They actually get a base stipend salary at the end of each production, which is super cool, and it's one of the main reasons that I personally was drawn to Millikin. So yeah. Hey, so I thought I would let you know how the rest of my night went. So around 5 o'clock, I went to go get dinner. The cafeteria here normally opens around 5 and they're open until like 7:30ish. So I went to go grab dinner around 5. I like to get it early so I like have the rest of my night to do things. But I had a really good dinner, always serving good food in the caf. And then I hung out in my room for a little bit. I had to go put on my RA hat and be an RA for a short period of time. But now I'm here. I am working at one of the security tables that we have set up because of COVID-19, unfortunately. But hopefully these will be over soon and everything can sort of start getting back into normal. But yeah, I had a really good night. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my daily vlog. I'm sorry that I missed, the evening half of my night, but I hope you guys enjoyed.
Hi everybody, my name is Bailey and I'm a junior here at Millikin, and I also will be available for questions after the video. Hi everyone, my name is Bailey and I'm a junior here at Millikin, and I get to take you through my day. So follow along and I hope you enjoy. So one of the best parts about college is how your schedule can be different from day to day. So you're not just going to school from 8 to 3 like you are from kindergarten all the way to senior year. So I really love that about college. You get to pick your own schedule and kind of decide when you want to do things, when you want to get homework done. It doesn't just have to be at night, it can be throughout the day. So to start my day, it is Thursday, and I start my Thursdays, my Tuesdays and my Thursdays on Zoom at 8 a.m. with my FEM class. FEM is something that's super special to Millikin. It is a group called your first year experience group, and then you have a first year experience mentor, and that's what I am. So upperclassmen can apply to be first year experience mentors. But when you become a freshman at Millikin, your first day on campus, you get assigned to a group called your FEM. We love acronyms here at Millikin. So your FEM is a group of like 17 to 20 students with all different interests and different majors and hobbies, and if you play sports and theater, it's just a big group of people that aren't completely like you, but you get to start your first week with them. You have all of your orientation topics with them, and then you actually get a class with them, 2 classes with them throughout the first semester of your freshman year, which is really nice. They're kind of like your first family or your first friends on campus. You get to build those connections right away. The first day you move in, you get to meet these people, and then you have a mentor, which is called your FEM, and so that's what I am as an upperclassman. And I get to just kind of help the freshmen or the first year students adjust to school. So that's what this class is. Because of COVID, we have like a hybrid class. So the professor is with half of the students in our FEM group, and then me and my co-FEM are with the other half of our students. And so I told them what I was doing, and they want to wave to everybody. So here we go. So I'm an education major with a special education endorsement, and my first class of the day is a special education class. So I'm actually going to read this book that I have to prepare for our next class in our discussion. Right, so I'm getting ready to start my first class of the day on Zoom, my special education class, so I'll let you guys know when I'm done. Okay, so now I'm done with that class and I'm headed to lunch, and I live in Greek housing here on campus, and so we have a chef and she prepares the best food, and she's made sure that it's been really safe and made us all feel very safe around like all the food regulations for COVID. So I'm just gonna take you through.
I can actually see us for that. Thank you.
Everyone's eating lunch. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
So here's our food. We have a delicious kind of chicken, mushrooms, potatoes, salad. And here's our chef. She's amazing. Say hi. So now that lunch is over, me and some friends decided to go to Fairview, which is a park right down the street from Millikin. It's just a great place to get some fresh air and spend time together. So we almost just got attacked by the geese. So if you ever come to Fairview, beware of the geese. They usually are friendly, but we just had a bad experience with them. This is the really pretty duck pond at Fairview. I always like to come here and hang out with friends, and we always go around the pond when we are going on walks. All right, so now I'm walking to work. I am a student worker in the Office of Admissions. I'm also a tour guide. So I'm working for a few hours this afternoon. I'm gonna help around the office. I might give a tour if there's a tour, and then I'm also just gonna get some homework done. Okay, so now I'm at work. These are my coworkers. Say hi, guys. And today we're just organizing admitted student letters. Saying goodbye to campus for the night and going home for dinner. Okay, so I just walked into dinner, and dinner starts at 5, so I'm a bit late, but say hi, everybody. Hi. Okay, so now that I'm done with my homework, me and my roommates decided to go get some ice cream. So we're at our favorite ice cream place, waiting in line. It's a super long line, but that's because it's the best ice cream. It's called Kreckles, and if you come to Millikin, you have to go to Kreckles like every night like we do, because it's the best ice cream around. We got our ice cream. Now I'm in a Zoom call with some girls in my sorority. We have a meeting about recruitment, so say hi, everybody. Now we're all just hanging out before we go to bed. Say Say hi, everybody. So that's all for today. It's been a super busy day and I'm just now getting ready for bed, but I hope you guys enjoyed following along on the vlog. See you later.
Awesome. So at this point in time, I just want to highlight specific contact information for, we're going to utilize Lauren here. So for students that if you want to jot down communication with her as far as her email and work phone number, if you come up with further questions throughout this process or any specific questions that we are not unable to answer here today, we'd love to help make that connection. But otherwise, if you have questions, we have a little bit of time here. That you can ask the current students are here, both Brad and Bailey, as well as Morgan, Lauren, and myself. So feel free to utilize the Q&A feature and we will get to you. I'll leave Lauren's info up for a bit. Maybe while we're waiting for a potential Q&A, if Brad and Bailey want to come on and maybe give a couple more examples of some things that they're involved in on campus, or maybe just rapid fire some other involvement opportunities to see if that piques any interest from students.
Bailey, you can go ahead and start.
Okay, well, I talked about in my video how I'm involved in Greek life. I'm also a student worker, so I give tours. I'm also a leadership scholar, which is a scholarship that you can apply to like be a part of your senior year of high school. I am an ambassador for like the alumni office here on campus. I'm also involved in my college buddy, which is involves like the what's it called? Oh my goodness. Like the partner school, like the partner grade school here in Decatur, and helps like a less fortunate student. So that's really rewarding. What else am I involved in? I'm trying to think. Brad, you go. I'll keep thinking. I think that's everything.
Other than being a campus tour guide, just like Bailey, and an RA, like I explained in my video, I am also a member of Alpha Lambda Delta, which is the academic fraternity on campus. I am involved in Pipe Dream Studio Theater, like I talked about a little bit. I'm the development director there, so I serve on the executive team. One of the coolest things about Pipe Dreams is that it is student run, so I work hand in hand with people at the Alumni and Development Office, trying to write grants and request money and stuff like that. So that's super, super exciting. Yeah, I think.
I forgot one. I'm a first year experience mentor, which I explained in my video.
Awesome. Okay, now both of you give me the main reason that you chose Millikin.
I chose Millikin specifically for two reasons. For Pipe Dreams in itself, because I thought it was super cool that they had a theater company that was like ran by students and like students were performing in it, and that not only were you able to do what you came here to do, but you were able to come here and try new things. So that was one of the biggest reasons that I came here. And I also came for the study abroad option, like Morgan was talking about. Junior year School of Theater and Dance students have the option to spend fall semester in London. And you know, that's coming up for me pretty soon. So that's actually something that there was a meeting about today if you were interested in the fall London immersion program. So that was something super cool that I really thought Millikin offered that couldn't compare to any other schools. And you know, those were just two of the biggest things for me.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why. I would say number one, the moment I walked on campus, I was just telling a family that I toured with today, I said my mom knew even before I did. Like, she's like, I can see you here. This is where you belong. And they always say mother knows best. And in this case, that was very true. It didn't take much convincing for me, but it was just crazy that my mom was like the first to like be like, yes. And we just noticed how everyone was so welcoming and friendly and inviting. And that's still true as a junior. Everyone that you come across is so like encouraging and helpful. and supportive, whether that be your professors, the people who work in the cafeteria, like our boss in admissions, anybody you come in contact with, they're all very welcoming and inviting. As well as I got to go to like a workshop for the School of Education called Tomorrow's Teachers. So if you're interested in education, I highly recommend that conference. And that was like the selling factor for me. I got to meet all of my professors. I also got to go to that school that I do my college buddy at. I got to go to that school and meet some of those teachers and tour that school and just see like some of the direct work that Millikin students are doing, which was really cool for me.
Awesome. Thank you. So at this point in time, your last opportunity to ask any questions if you want to hear current student answer, or again, one of us older generational individuals on the Zoom, not being a current student. But if you don't have any specific questions and answers, again, feel free to reach out to us or attend one of our virtual visit options across campus. We do a session like this daily, as well as we have some larger programming throughout the rest of this semester and into the spring, as far as kind of condensing an on-campus, larger campus visit day into a full 2-hour virtual program. So we thank you so much for attending, and we've got some still StriveScan official items to discuss here.
All right. Thank you, everybody from Millikin University, for taking the time to speak and also to have this be recorded so that way anybody can access it on IACAC.org. Just a couple of things to note here. Once again, thank you for joining us. After you close the window, you will be getting a very quick little survey. We do appreciate if you do fill that out. It just helps us keep this the best it can possibly be. Please go to IACAC.org to sign up for more sessions, but also to check out the recordings. So one more time, just thank you to everybody on this panel from Millikin University, and thank you for all of you who joined us today. All right, have a great rest of your day.